Hey everyone, Saturday, Squad Ops. Today we're doing the Operation Arrowhead. It takes place on the EHO map. So hi to everybody in chat and hi all the viewers that are joining in. It's going to be the first session of two today on this operation, so welcome. I am joined by Keys.
Hi there.
He is co-commentating with me today or tonight if you happen to be on the other side of the planet. And both of us will be following Russia for both rounds. And the Russians are going to be facing off the militia. You can see them right here, right now. The overview of this operation is that Russia has to head out and find the militia stronghold, and militia gets 3 different points to pick from. And as you can see, the map's got a little bit of a mist on it. Weather change. I don't know if it's overcast or fog or whatever, but something's going on here. Should allow the Russians to get a little closer than they normally would on a clear map. So, all right. So, fly over to the Russian side over here and take a look at what's going on. Let's take a look at the map here. As you can see, Russia starts up here at Russia main. Militia gets to pick 3 different locations. One of them's storage, one of them's down here, and India 8, and the other one is over here in Russian main. I mean, sorry, not Russian main, and Juliet 5, where the militia have picked. So fairly close to the Russian start, but as we've seen in past runs of this operation, they tend to do a little bit of flanking around and checking the other locations before they actually happen upon the militia. And the militia has the mobility, so they can always leave that area and set ambushes outside and slow down or distract the Russians. Let's go over their loadouts real quick here. So the Russians, they get per squad, they get 2 AR, a LAT, a GL, and a medic. They also get 2 BTRs and this MTLB that they're standing on right now. So they have a lot of mobility. They also get a trans truck just in case they want 4 vehicles and 4 different squads moving around. The militia get 2 AR, 1 LAT, 1 scout, and 1 medic per squad. So they get 4 IDs and 4 mines out there. They also get 2 MTLBs of their own, an SPG technical, and a Logi truck. And they get to put down a FOB and build some defenses, and they can put down 2 times mortars and 2 HMGs. So they have a lot of defensive capabilities there, especially if they haul down those MTLBs, build up some sandbags or those barrels or the wooden walls. Now they can put those MTLBs behind that and make them haul down. Use the optic on the gun, and it becomes like almost armored emplacement. So we'll see if they do that tonight. All right, sounds like the Russian platoon brief is about to start. We'll go ahead and listen in, and then we'll go over the commands for each team.
Yeah, just have your guys on and we'll do the brief now.
Oh my gosh.
It's foggy as well.
It'll get better when we get far away.
Yeah, people are still joining according to Evan. He just sent me a message in Steam. Okay. Is this everyone? Are there more people coming in?
More people coming. You just told.
Alright.
There's Vlad the Impaler still hanging out over there.
Impaling. And Steve Dimmy.
Hey, where's
Remind
Ivan?
you guys about the shovels.
Just being terrible.
Steve, pull your hole up, bud.
Gamma's 2.0, right?
Thank you.
Only in Night Ops.
It's 2.2 in Night Ops.
This is just a funky map.
Just keep it at default, guys.
Alright. Alright, is everyone's squad spawned in for the most part? Am I good to go?
I'm all here.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday event. We're going to be doing Operation Arrowhead. Right now, we are the glorious Russian Empire, and we have to take out these militiamen. They've decided to rise up, build a little base of superiority that we're going to go crush under our boots. We would love to use that little 30 mil MTLB is parked over there, but its engine kind of exploded, so it's going to sit there like a piece of crap that it is. So how we're going to do this is this is going to be kind of a 3-phase game. So for the first phase of the game, Squad 1 is going to take one of the BTRs. Krusty is going to flank around one side of the map or another and then set up somewhere near the militia main. And his job is going to be to look for the enemy Logi, figure out where their base is, and kind of set up in a position south and be ready for a flank on the other side of them. While he's doing that, the rest of the platoon will be hanging out and moving to the first bit, which is marked with the green fob mark. Squad 2 is going to be handling the vehicles. They're going to stay behind us and kind of in these fields, kind of near the main. Not really going to push out too much, and they're going to kind of be their quick reaction force if we run into contact down there. The rest of us, we're going to hike from militia main down to the green fob mark, check out that grid, make sure there's no enemies there. And if there are enemies, we'll engage them, or we'll call Krusty and his squad, we'll call in Dash and his squad to come help us out. And we'll just have a merry time down there. If nothing is down there, we'll pack up vehicles. We'll move south to approximately green mark, and reset and push on to the next grid, which is red fob mark. And then we'll check one, try to find enemies. Hopefully by that time, Krusty will have identified where their Logi's going. And if he knows they're at storage site for sure, we'll reorient and set up for the attack on storage. It'll be kind of fluid, so the first half is just going to be go check the first green fob mark, which is the only one there. And then second half, go attack where their fob is, assuming it's not at the green mark. Do I have any questions? I know it's very vague.
Are there going to be enemy mortars?
Yes, enemies have we've confirmed they have mortar tubes, and they have a ton of ammo for them, so beware. There will be lots of mortars flying. We'll try not to get hit.
Because of Pony's great mod, they're gonna have
Also,
do a lot of
enemies have
damage.
2 MTLBs and an SBG pickup running around. So if you see a blue truck with a giant tube on top of it, please shoot it. Please destroy it.
Are we gonna have IDs and
Are these
mines?
mortars?
Yes. Yeah, they're allowed mortars.
Are we gonna
No,
look at
the
their
modded
logi
ones,
truck?
like the high damage.
Of course. It's in this mod, it's in the,
Do they get to do any setup before live?
And these
Nope,
are the mod mortars.
They do not get it set up before live. They get to put the fob down, but that's it.
The mortars are
What
way.
particular sets do they have?
Those mortars hurt, trust me.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
High damage, low round. So if you see one land near you,
What? There
Don't
was a
think-
question. There was a question somewhere. Heard.
Yeah. Run
Yeah,
away from the mortars, they're landing near you. It's your best bet at survival. I would like to have you guys survive the mortars.
All right, so there was the Russian brief. It looks like they're going to do a little roundabout patrol, maybe pick up the Logi from the south. So I got some questions here in chat. How many people are in the op? Let's look at look right now. We got 37 on 38, so about 35 on 35 people. Our commands for tonight for the Russian ground forces is going to be Rose Dragon. The squad leaders are Nacho, Dorf, Dashby, and Krusty. What do they got over there on the militia for their commands? Keys?
Militia has Swine for command, and Scott has Pony, Digit, and Stormfront as squad leader.
Awesome. So we got a true mix of different leadership and different positions tonight. So that's good. I like the questions sometimes in the platoon brief that the participants have. Things like, do the militia get mortars? How many vehicles do they get? Those are things that you would normally not know as a patrolling force, but because of the way the operations are designed, some operations have set limits on the different things that the other teams can have. So I tend to tell my squad leads and my guys to Move out with the disposition of not knowing what the enemy is doing. As soon as we're live, prepare for contact.
If you guys get lost, just look on map. I'm on map. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, it's only us. As in squad leads, FTOs, and medics on the map.
I concede.
Make sure you identify the MTLB as enemy before you shoot it. I don't want to take any friendly fire.
So, drivers, we're gonna get on the road.
Well, we could have just
west.
covered the MTLBs in Orange
India
Cane.
Juliet line there. We head due south until we get right there.
Probably a better idea than.
It's pretty just west along the road, then south down the line. There's a trench in that area, which we will use for.
So some of the things that have changed from vanilla squad to the squad ops is that we're using our own custom mod for the operations now. And just like you heard Muff state there, that vehicles don't show up on the mini-map anymore. So friendly or enemy otherwise, you cannot see vehicles on the mini-map. So it takes a little bit more coordination on the squad leaders, the fire team leads, and the command to figure out how to maneuver vehicles around, especially when you can't tell where they're at. And you can't tell if that BTR is next to you is militia BTR or your own. For instance, tonight, Russia gets 1 MTLB and militia gets 2 MTLBs. So vehicle drivers, if they're not used to being able to identify how the other team's vehicles look, it's easy to misidentify and have friendly fire on a vehicle that you may have, maybe one of your own. So hopefully the driver gunners tonight are aware of that. Another thing that doesn't show is the squad leaders. You only see squad leaders, medics, and fire team leads on the mini map. So if you see guys open up the map and doesn't look like there's very many guys, it doesn't mean that there's they got wiped out. It just means that there's 3 guys from the squad that show up in the map plus the medic. So 4 guys total. We also have some custom kits in there. The fire team lead kit is one of the new custom kits.
So I think militia had undergone an accident here.
Uh-oh.
They have flipped one of their MTLBs and another one is already destroyed. I'm not sure. Do they get new ones if they flipped it?
It's up to the event admin. I'll tell you, if they don't get it in the position they picked on, it's going to be pretty hard to defend that.
Oh, they're trying to unflip this.
Yeah, the map is Yeho, Yazin. And this isn't Karma Cut. This is Xbit. I'm joined with Keys. We're commentating a Squad Ops One Life event tonight. Founder and creator is Karma Cut of Squad Ops, so he lets us stream on his channel so that all his viewers can see the community that he founded and created. And it's the game of squad, so you know what is there not to enjoy? So one of the things you may not know about Squad Ops One Life events is that it's a one life event. What does that mean? Well, it means that as soon as you're dead down on the ground, normally a medic would come by and be able to revive you in a vanilla squad, but in One Life events, they are not. They're not able to revive you, so you are down and out that round. If you're injured, medics can heal you back up to full and stuff like that, but as soon as you're dead down on the ground, you are out. Other portions of the One Life events, of course, are the command and control that we have. We have a commander for each side, squad leaders, of course, and then under the squad leaders, they have fire team leads. So there's some command structure in place. Once the squad leader gets killed, the radio for that squad is passed down to the fire team leads, And if all the fire team leads are dead also, then that squad no longer has communications with the command net. So it's on the onus of the players then to link up or try to make fulfill whatever mission they got assigned. Once you're dead and down on the ground, though, one of the things that we do here in Squad Ops is allow those dead players to fly around in admin cam, like myself and Keys are right now. But they can't talk to their squad or anybody else. They just can fly around and see the situation, kind of watch the game from afar.
They managed to get it unstuck, but I'm sure it has lost some health here. The MTLB.
Hey, Joseph asks, you're new to Squad. Any advice? Take it slow. A Squad's a slow game. It's not like your Call of Duty type shooter where you can just run around and run and gun everything. Stick with your squad. Use teamwork, communication. I always like to new players to pick out their rifleman kit. That's pretty the simplest one to use. I wouldn't pick up any of the fire support roles, and just work with your squad. Sometimes the AR gunner, when he's sitting on the ground laying down fire, best thing he can have is a buddy watching his back. Just listen to your squad leader. As far as the orders, you don't know what's going on the map. You're new to the game. You can't tell what's happening up at the caps and what game mode you're in. So just follow your squad leader around. This game's all about teamwork.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, communication is a key part of the game. Just communicate and listen to your squad leads. Also, apart from rifleman, if you have to choose a kit, I would suggest starting with medic, because you have some idea what you need to do. Medic is easier to start with. It has its own complications, but for someone starting new, still do a decent job of being a medic.
Yeah, if you start off as a medic, that's a good class. Everybody likes a medic. You'll notice that a lot of the players that have been playing squad for a while, they take it slow. They use their medics. They wait for those revives, save tickets, work with their team, at least a buddy. Don't get separated. It's all about teamwork and communication. If you're out lone wolfing around with your marksman rifle, you might get some kills, but eventually you're going to get popped off, and maybe that fire support role would have been better as a GL for your squad, helping them breach a compound or take out vehicles with your lat. Yeah, and also for guys who are getting killed long range, you got to think. Cover and concealment are really important in the game. Also, even a little ditch in the ground will help you. Other players are in the same situation as you as far as visibility, so take that in consideration. That the game's also pretty deadly. So the GL gets eight HE grenades, so they can wreak a lot of damage if they're pretty good with their shots.
And they also have the ranging now with the weapon. So
V10.
He just needs to guess and approximate range, and he's gonna wreck a lot.
Yeah, V10's introduced all kinds of fun little things, like you can range your iron sights now for the GL, LATs, and anybody who likes just regular iron sights rifles. It's a huge boon to the gameplay. All right, we are live. the action's starting. Well, it looks like Russia's splitting their forces. They got 2 squads on foot, some vehicles moving out.
Yeah, let's get some space in, boys.
Just shoot it and see if it shoots you back.
Dash when you move into position.
Alright.
Sabas, are we running to exhaustion or are we running to like
you can run with
3/4?
It looks like militia has no squad on the FOB proper right now.
That's interesting. The spot they picked is kind of open on the outside. They only have that area for defense.
I think they're going for some kind of scouting and seeing where the Russia is going to attack from. And we already have contact here.
Yeah, it looks like militia's trying to mine that crossroads, and the BTR rolled right up on them.
But they did place mine. See, one mining. Obita's being hit from the MTLB.
Yeah, it's enemy infantry. They're at step.
Yeah, the BTR took some pretty good damage.
Infantry dismount, run to security.
Bravo out.
Taking fire.
Shots east.
Oh, this is picked up pretty quick. A lot of early contact here.
Yeah. Oh, MTLB is on fire.
It's pretty, yeah. It's
But I think the BTR took one RPG and like some good MTLB rounds.
Yeah, a lot of vehicle contact early on. Russia still has those 2 squads. They're moving right towards the point now where the militia's set up.
Yeah.
This might
So
get turned
militia lost
early on.
this, though. I think this was the damaged one.
Start moving that MTLB out of there and
Copy.
just stolen.
Transport's just north.
Leave the trans. Go. Out here. Go north. Pull north.
Well, it looks like this BTR that Muff is in is able to lay down some fire, holding off the militia. Looks like they're retreating now. Meanwhile, the rest of the 2 squads of Russians that were approaching the point are now coming under fire from militia infantry from the west side or east side. Just seeing how this battle's kind of developed here. I don't think Russia was expecting the militia to be this close. Russia's taken a lot of casualties so far. All right, Russia's breaking contact here. They're in a bad spot. This valley's good for cover, but militia's got way more firepower on them right now. It seems like Russia's really confused about where the contact is coming from. Smoke all over the place. MTLB's crashing around. It's getting noisy and chaotic. All right, looks like Russia's going to go ahead and mount up in these vehicles and get mobile. Probably a pretty good idea.
Russia lost men too. I think they have one up here. Is he alive or dead? Ah, he's dead. See 3 dead bodies.
Oh, they're not going to mount up. They're going to use the vehicles and push forward on a platoon line. That's pretty gutsy.
Yeah, right there where you just shot. That's a fresh smoke.
You said pull back?
Copy. No, just meant the infantry.
Thank you, medic.
10 seconds to reload.
Alright, now just keep pushing southeast.
I don't know, I got a feeling
5 seconds. Alright,
what do you
guns
want
up.
to do with the rest of the
Again. If we hear mortars, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, this is where the deflate comes in. When you're against a vehicle, you really can't do anything except just find cover.
Reloading again.
Copy, you can probably save ammo about 165 from you until you reach the road.
All right, I don't know. Sounds like the Russian plan has changed maybe again, or they adapted a little bit to the train. They're not going to platoon line push in with the vehicles. It looks like they're going to flank here. Use the MTLB that muffs in as a base of fire, and the BTR to the far east over there, or far west as a base of fire.
Yeah, I think this MTLB is like more than enough to pin down that squad. They are going back. There's also, I think they're going towards the road right now. Yeah, Russia has retreated here.
Alright, infantry squads, I want you guys to go ahead and keep pushing south. Let's rally up at Kilo 5-2. Let's make that a rally point for the platoon.
Careful,
You want to go straight up?
Yeah, I'm being as careful as I can. I'm losing cover.
Don't be too close.
Yeah, Sonny, go ahead and bring the vehicles a little bit further south, straight same line.
Roger.
Enemies are in the smoke.
So I think this is Stormfront squad here on militia side, and they're pinned from 2 different squads and a vehicle.
Yeah. I got it. Too.
Rusty, if you flank further south, be good.
Yeah, it says like Krusty's squad has run into contact from the point here. They're up in the rocks. They got a BTR supporting him, so they should be able to go ahead and hammer away at that while the rest of the Russian platoon moves down this defilade. It's unfortunate for the Russians because they're still pretty far away from where the militia's held up. I would say about 400, maybe 500 meters. So they're going to have to take it one tree at a time, push up slowly with the vehicles.
Yeah, I think this engagement is going to put them off course. They'll think the fob is somewhere in this area.
Find a hole.
Man, we have guys on the other side of the road from us.
It looks like they're about to cross the road here.
And they were to get find these two guys here.
This is a good call by by Rose here. I think he's trying to consolidate his forces and push from one direction with all his forces. It's really the only way to get these guys out of the forest and push them back to the actual defense point. I think if you just send in one squad with the vehicle support, they're going to get picked off one by one because, unfortunately, the MTLB and the BTR are not good at dodging trees.
Correct.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, go ahead and go around the south end of that field when you try to stay in concealment.
Scroll
4 and
death
3,
or
2,
victory.
we're going to move in on the north side of it.
Not one step back. You remember that order? Since
Yeah, it's
41?
been over here yet, so they might be fucking sneaking out into these.
All right, they've made it to the tree line. It looks like militias is moved back a little bit.
I see this guy there right in front of the MTLB, Muffstin. I think it's Tommy. They are pretty scared, you can feel that.
Hey, thanks TT Game for the subscribe.
Hey, Squad 2, do you have any casualties over there? Enemy casualties?
Those of you just joining us, this is Operation Arrowhead. It's a one life event put on by Squad Ops. Check us out at squadops.gg if you want some more information on what we're about and what we do.
Yeah, I'm sure this Ines guy is peeing his pants right now. Oh, and he died.
Yep, call just went out. They got contacts in those fields, so now they're going to sweep those.
Hey, can I
Yeah.
have the MTLB and BTR?
Does militia put down any mines or IEDs anywhere, Keys?
Yeah, they put down one on the crossroad, but I don't know about anyone else. So they were killed while they were putting it down, but I think they managed to put that one down. Oh.
Where to?
BTR, you're moving to Kilo 5. Kilo 5-1. Kilo 5-1. MTLB, you're moving. BTR, MTLB, you're moving L8. L68.
Aren't we pretty much there?
That area.
Oh fuck, dude! There's a guy right in front of us. There's a fucking guy on the ground right in front of us.
Proud
Dude, to your right.
Ah,
Yeah, he's like right there. He's in there somewhere.
he died.
Did you get him?
Yeah, he was gonna die. That was just.
Holy shit.
Oh fuck, dude! We almost ran him over, dude.
They know they were here, but these are the moments when you get that scary stuff. Like when one life really hit you, that you're gonna die.
Good eyes,
Moving west to our location.
It's on the road. It's on the road.
Alright, hunt down that techie.
He's got
I think
frags.
he's gonna be murdersome to the remaining mechs.
Yes. It's at the barn out. It's at the house. I got no names.
Who's got contact?
Turn back into the road.
On my position.
He's inside the house over there.
Well, Dorf is running into that remaining militia element that they pushed out of the forest. They're held up in this farm building now.
Hey DJ, you got a frag
Go
rocket?
ahead and start pulling back.
No, I already fired two of them.
Fuck.
They also
They still have that
they also-
MTLB.
I
I was saying they still have their MTLB to come here and support them for this militia first, and they can easily take them out. Oh, one guy goes down.
Through the window?
No, he was behind the house.
Okay. There's still a dude inside the house, I think.
Did we lose one?
On the left side.
Krusty behind you.
That was
Krusty
the
behind
SPG
you.
over there to the fucking 250.
Alright, enemy SPG MTLB took a hit just west. MTLB took a hit. Copy, pull the MTLB back. Alright.
Oh, we lost DJ.
I think their fob location is this north side of building.
It looks like Russia pushed one of their MTLBs into the town where the militia are held up. Took some hits. It's falling back now.
This looks like XCOM or something like that. You know, see people going from cover to cover, running around. Oh, but the rest they are. Oh no, they are circling around. They're going to sweep from the outside.
Technical is to my southwest.
Copy. It's on the direct other side of the building from 1's BTR.
Sounds like it's near the lake or in the
Something's going to be coming up here. I think they hear each other.
Alright, for now, let's keep vehicles away from the lake.
Got one down.
Two, are you good?
Trying to shoot anyone from these fences. Oh, okay. Golly, that's tired. I was trying to figure out that's a really tight angle.
We're gonna go to the west side.
See from the windows.
Copy that one. 4, stay on the east side.
Ah.
Let us clear the northeast? Yeah. 2, you there? Yeah, we're here right now. Where do you want the Vicks? We're trying to combat an effective right now.
Oh, we have one guy left on INS farm. He is surrounded and alone.
Yeah, he's putting up a good fight though.
Yeah. Oh, he got one.
Yep. If anything, it's delayed four or five Russians here from being able to rejoin the platoon. Let's take a look at what the Russian platoon is doing right now. They've come up through this the village here. And militia is to the north here across this giant swamp lake area. We'll see how Russia wants to approach this.
I think Russia, because of their engagement to the east, thought that they have fought somewhere east side. And they actually don't exactly know where the fob is right now.
Yeah, it could be anywhere in that grid square. So they got, 300 meters or 900 square meters that they got to clear out here. A lot of buildings, a lot of different little fenced in farms here. So probably spending the next 4 or 5 minutes here clearing out all these buildings, checking for any kind of lingering militia contact.
I'm starting to suspect their fob is across the lake.
I should probably stop acting as a 10-year-old kid and start actually doing some serious shit.
On my BTR.
Well, you made it so far.
Alright.
Radio?
They said they heard a radio?
Yeah, they did.
Turn off the engine.
Command, this is one. It's clear so far.
Roaster, be advised, I saw enemies in compound on the north side of river, across the river. Enemies across the river.
Alright. 4, go ahead and stay there.
Northwest.
Stay there to keep them from coming back down at us. 1, I think the compound, I think it's across the way. After that report.
I have a request. Actually, no, I don't.
1, go ahead and pull back. Go.
Clear.
Alright. 1, go ahead and pull back your BTR.
Alright, just request you there, tell command that the Russians have cleared the village.
Of the town.
Even though I don't
4, you're going to stay there. In a bit, you'll provide some suppression and some cover fire.
Copy. Yeah.
And then we'll take all the Vics around to the north side and assault the town from the north side.
They're going for north and south.
What's that? What's that, Keys?
I was saying they're going for north and they're going to distract from the south. I think.
Yeah, it sounds like Russia's going to remount again. They're going to maneuver around to the north side and hit the militia position there from the north side. The north side's got pretty good cover. Let's take a look at what they're going to be working with here. As you can see, the militia is set up here in the kind of roadside village. North side's got this tree line here. They got some trees moving up to the fences. They also have this road here to the east side, which has some pretty good concealment in the bushes. And this large defilade on the east side also. They can move down without any sight lines coming from the village itself. The key for the Russians will, of course, be trying to get out of that forest line into the village itself, and then clearing building to building. And that's when the real face-to-face combat starts.
Yeah, that's when the defender's advantage gets.
Right, and it looks like Russia's leaving a squad south of the swamp here.
Yeah, I think they're going to distract and provide some kind of cover, but mainly distract, I think.
So bring up the map real quick so everybody can get it focused on what we're doing here. The militia's held up here. It looks like they've got various squads inside the village. Russia's left a squad here across the swamp area, and they're going to maneuvering around to the east direction and dismounting here and striking the village from the north to the south. You see these Russian soldiers here really hugging these trees. It's not much cover out here at all except for this trunks of the trees. And they brought up a BTR and parked it down here too.
Say again, Muff?
Definitely a handful of them over there.
Yeah. Hey, Peter, how good are you on ammo currently?
He said he's got like 3 drums left.
Copy. Alright, yeah, don't hesitate to use them. Go all out if you can. Me and Muff had eyes on troops moving from left to right in the town. But you see movement, you fuck take it.
Do we have any friendlies to our southwest?
So Xbit, you seeing that contact there?
Oh, to the south? No, they're just firing across the swamp, picking off targets they see skylining or window painting themselves. They're using the optics on the vehicles to really hammer at the militia on the south side here. Sometimes this is where patience really pays off when you're doing a kind of a wide maneuver to have one element just hold all the attention of the team. It takes a while, but one team or the other will get impatient and either come out of cover or concealment and get popped or run out of ammo. One of the two is going to happen here. Sounds like Muff's MTLB is getting really low. I don't know where this BTR is at, but you got quite a few rounds in there.
Yeah. It's on the somewhere east of point, I think. To the northeast.
All right, looks like Russia is dismounted and they're starting their assault on the village from the north side.
So we might
We're
want to
pushing
get up
south now to
between
start engaging him.
Squad 3 is following a ditch to the west.
Actually, according to the map, there could be a smaller ditch moving to the left.
This Fulcrum taking
Could be,
over one.
I'm not sure if there is.
Copy.
Copy that, Fulcrum. Keep pushing in on the town. 2, bring your BTR to me. 4, fall back to the BTR position.
Good. Fall back to where?
Just pull your guys back to me.
Whatever we do,
Whoever's going to stay on the line, fire and keep firing. We're going to load up 4 into the BTR.
Alright.
And push it across the lake.
I haven't seen shit so far.
I think we could do it from here.
Yeah.
This is where infantry can't do anything without lads. Because
yeah, but you can't take a vehicle inside of a building, so if they hold the buildings inside, eventually the Russians are going to have to dismount.
yeah. So this gives for very good cover because almost no risk here, except if they have lats. So as long as they have 1 or 2 infantrymen looking out for lats, like US can push, or Russia in this case.
That's their techie.
Yep.
Right in front of us.
Hold on. Let's get our stamina back up.
It's close to southeast.
I think it's just over the rise.
Should I get my heat rocket ready?
Man, we're catching stamina here, but I think we got a pretty good jump on them.
Alright, 2, go ahead and push across the lake now. All units push in. Main building to push
there's an MTLB noises south of the road.
Yeah, we have only MTLB left ours.
Alright, let's start slowly going through here.
Friendly MTLB. Yeah, all units converge on the town.
They have started their push from. Oh, they lost one of the Vicks.
Yeah, you got a multi-angle attack going on here. You got a small element to the north, small element to the east, and one guy has reached the compound so far for the Russians.
From the south, I think they have almost. And I mean, if they knew that the fob is just to the left, they could probably take it out.
All right, Russia's getting real close to the militia fob now.
That was a lot.
Yep.
And that was Nacho that died. He was a squad lead, shouldn't have pushed as the first guy. Yeah, they have confirmation on where the radio is now.
Yeah, that just sounds like they say there's an IED on the radio.
Yeah. And I think they just lost the command. That's it. Oh, he sees his gun. Definitely. Oh, and that was a nice shot. See here. Well, that was a tough shot because he was almost not inside. Oh, this south force is now totally gone.
Left across the road.
Yes, and do you see that field? Yes, look south across the field.
Whoa, yeah, right there.
Did we lose command?
Bro, did you see that guy?
Have we?
Yeah,
we lost command.
Oh, wait, is that so?
Yeah, I think we lost command.
Roger. So I think it's just you and me. Oh, it's between us. Squad one. You still up?
Yeah.
Damn, I got nailed.
Wow. Okay. That was bad luck. He should have gone down there.
Yep. There's a dude right as well still. He's probably gonna kill my ass.
right in front of him. Ah, okay, saw him. Right.
It looks like the Russians have cleared out the north side of the village pretty well.
Yeah. South side still has, I think, around 6 more minutes. And Russians are 5 men plus their BTR. We also have 2 single militia soldiers trying to make their way back towards the rest of the defense. And personally, I think if they are able to sneak around the BTRs, they would have been more effective from the north. But I think they don't have comms, so they're just trying their best to get back now. And yeah. And there's a US beat, yeah. This is fun. I don't think the beta is going to spot them, but it always scares you. It's the most scary when it stops right next to you. It's like not moving.
All right, Russia's feeling out the last of the militia contact here.
Reloaded. Ooh, that was close. Watch out for that mine.
I don't think Malaysia has any lats left. I do see one squad lead is up. Two of them are up. Oh no, he died.
Yeah, best thing militia can do is hold up in the buildings and let the infantry push in.
Yeah. So militia has kept their squad leads up.
And they still have an ID on the fob itself. Let's see if they have a scout
Yeah.
up. They still have one scout up.
They have a few guys left still though. It's like 4 here and 3 here. That's 7 total. At least. This guy's dead. He's up. That's it.
All right, we'll see if Russia.
Oh, that survived.
Yeah. We'll see if Russia actually mans up and crosses the street here.
Yeah. I mean, crossing shouldn't be a problem. Breaching is the part I'm worried about.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing right now. It seems like they're going through everybody's backyard picking vegetables or something right now.
Yeah, they are like, we don't want even a single straggler here, shooting them in the back. They're taking their sweet time.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing the BTRs use their 14 millimeter a little bit more and wall painting these guys. Wonder if they're out of ammo from all the vehicle engagements.
Yeah, I think one of them was out of ammo, and others wouldn't be that far. Okay, they're talking about flanking right now. So flanking east, so they're gonna get into this single guy here and this one guy there.
Has got fucking dudes in it. Now,
Yeah.
well, I don't know if it's still there. We haven't had any shots. They might still be falling back.
We killed a last.
Okay. We should probably just pushing in. We should probably just push in this village southwest. Hey, tell your BTR there's a mine on this in the center of the road on the west side. Tell your other BTR there's a mine there. Watch for mine.
They're covering. Does he not see them? Oh, he sees them. Oh, he got one guy. Nice job.
Militia's just nailing them one by one.
Yeah, that defender's advantage here.
I think I got him.
Only 3 guys that I see on Russia right now. Plus those in the BTR. I think 2 BTR are still running, so that's 4 guys and 7. Pretty even in numbers. Were they trying to shoot the fob here? Maybe. That's the idea.
Going up on the other side.
Only 4
Mine's
in the
gone.
right,
Mine's
so
gone.
nobody comes around that corner.
See that smoke? Not sure if that's our.
Mine's gone.
Yeah.
That's enemy smoke, guys. It's enemy smoke.
Where?
Never mind. Yeah, I just want to make sure nobody came around this corner while he was shoveling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's something that's gonna happen.
Can you do an angle here with me tilted like this?
Not really. Copy.
He's right over there.
Okay. To our north.
Can you tell your other BTR to push in? I don't think they have a whole lot of anti-tank left.
Alright, dismount guys.
Yeah.
We should just, if we're gonna dismount, we should destroy the advantage.
See.
Alright, everyone.
They're still in this village. For sure. I don't know where they were trying to leave.
Oh, he's gonna die. No. That's the BTR shooting them through the wall. And infantry, they just have to wait and hope that it can actually get them. They can actually roll up the BTR right in here. Okay, smoke's out. That's on top of the roof, so.
Oh, he peeked it again up here?
Yeah, at 044. Arrowhead died? Did they kill
Gotta
Arrowhead?
reload soon. Yeah, looks like he's down.
Oh, okay, here, I'm here.
Gonna reload.
Okay.
Militia's down to 4 guys. Russia still has some.
Hey, DFF. The one that's on me. Hey, DFF, call me. Come on, man. We gotta go right. Can't hold from the same spot.
He's in the brown log cabin. Saw him in the doorway.
Careful with this building, too. The guy was peeking the fence.
I think we got him. There's a squad lead down right there. I hear a radio there.
Oh, yeah, here, too. Is the radio in this basement?
It's probably, it's right there in the yellow.
It's right there.
I can see it.
Hey. Oh, is that Zach?
It's behind us. Behind us.
Yeah, that's the guy that. Oh, this guy.
Yeah, he's the guy that's over here in the trees.
Trying to play dead, but they know he's alive.
Yellow building. What a fucking, he's dead. He's gonna get his whole fucking team killed.
Oh, okay.
Fucking idiot.
Hey, building is.
I don't know what. Okay, they blew up the IED, I think.
Watch our south.
The fob is gone, but they took out the BR and one else was digging it up.
Hey, where is that?
It's 2v2, I think, right? Yeah, it's 2v2. Oh, nice. He's bandaging. And he died. Nice defense there by me.
Well, there you go. Round 1. Operation Arrowhead. We're going to take a quick break, come back for round 2. Teams to switch sides, different commands, different squad leaders taking different roles, type of deal. Attackers become defenders, defenders become attackers, so we'll see if they pick a different spot on this map. And we'll see how round 2 pans out. If you want more information on what all this is about, check us out at squadops.gg. We run these One Life events in the Game of Squad every Wednesday and Saturday. So head to the website and join us in the Discord if you've got any questions. Anyways, we'll be right back with round 2 in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to SOTT Basic. I'm your instructor today, Hammering Hutch. You guys can simply just call me Hutch. When we are suppressing an enemy target, the whole intent of this is to keep the enemy's head down so an adjacent unit can maneuver onto them. During this process, it happens automatically and organically, whether it be with buddy teams or fire teams. The whole intent is to ensure there's no lull in the gunfire, thus talking guns. Open fire. Contact front. Alpha, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Bravo, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. All right, Bravo set. Alpha, up. He sees me. I'm down. You're now in what is known as a file. You're now in what is known as a staggered column, and usually used when on patrol or when moving from one location to another where contact is imminent. And these are a few of the basic formations that we use during squad ops. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course was created to ensure Squad Ops participants share the same knowledge and understanding of the use and applications of mission-specific weapons and the basic tactics involved in their deployment. The Automatic Rifleman. The Automatic Rifleman is the foundation of a fire team and/or squad. The job of the Automatic Rifleman is to deliver a high volume of prolonged, effective suppressing fire on enemy positions to allow the maneuver of friendly units during offensive operations and the repelling of enemy attacks in defensive operations. The Grenadier, a key member of the fire team and squad. The Grenadier is first and foremost a rifleman who is capable of delivering accurate fire of both high explosive and smoke rounds on point and area targets at varying distances. One of the other added benefits of the Grenadier is to engage dead space, which is essentially an area that cannot be hit by direct fires. The light anti-tank gunner. Soldiers carrying light anti-tank weapons are, just as Grenadiers, riflemen first. They are the ideal infantry-based counter to both lightly armored and thin-skinned vehicles. At short, medium, and far distances, the rockets fired are a viable weapon against groups of infantry as well. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course, although not a requirement, is highly encouraged for Squad Ops participants to join to expand their knowledge of how to utilize the tools that are given to us within Squad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to SOTT Basic. I'm your instructor today, Hammering Hutch. You guys can simply just call me Hutch. When we are suppressing an enemy target, the whole intent of this is to keep the enemy's head down so an adjacent unit can maneuver onto them. During this process, we have a thing that happens automatically and organically, whether it be with buddy teams or fire teams. The whole intent is to ensure there's no lull in the gunfire, thus talking guns. Open fire. Contact front. Alpha, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Bravo, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. All right, Bravo set. Alpha, up. He sees me. I'm down. You're now in what is known as a file. You're now in what is known as a staggered column, and usually used when on patrol or when moving from one location to another where contact is imminent. And these are a few of the basic formations that we use during squad ops.
All right, guys, welcome back. Round 2, Operation Arrowhead. About to go live here in a few minutes. Let's take care of some of the administrative stuff. Let's go over the commands real quick because the teams to switch sides. So on the Russians, we have Stormfront as the squad leader, Digit as the squad leader, Best Pony in charge of Squad 3, and we have looks like temporarily probably Jack as Squad 4. We just had somebody crash out. Skartaz did. And your commander for the Russians on this round is Schwein. For the militia forces, we have Dashby, Dorf, Krusty, and Nacho as your squad leaders, and Rose Dragon is now in charge of the militia forces. So we're about to have the Russian platoon brief again, so let's get over the shoulder of the command and see what their plan's going to be.
Russia strong, like Russian leader, Vladimir Putin.
Yo, Jack, you're in the way, bud. You're in the way. Hey, Jack! You're in the way!
Alright, everyone here?
We're missing
Alright, so we will start without Skartas for a second. We'll do the platoon brief now. So, здравствуйте, товарищи. Welcome to Operation Arrowhead Round 2. I am Commander Swine, and I will be commanding you this session. So, last round, feedback from my side. Ambush was pretty shit. Probably my planning was pretty awful there, but you guys made it work, so I'm really happy with that. Now, over to this round. Militia forces have moved into the area, and we need to find their FOB, the radio, and destroy it, and clear out any enemy resistance remaining. Positions they can be at are Juliet 6, Hotel 8, and Echo 8. That's where their FOB can be at. Now what we'll be doing is as follows. Squad 4, Skartas squad, will be taking all vehicles, minus the transport truck, that will be mine. But they'll have all the vehicles, and they'll be a wolf pack. They'll stick together and support us as is required. Squad 1 will be moving, taking the front BTR. So they will just mount up in the front BTR. Squad 2 will take the MTLB here in the middle, so they'll mount up here. And Squad 3 will take up the, this one, the BTR that's behind everyone. Everyone that can't fit in the vehicles will be with me in the transport truck. Pretty much what we're going to do is this. I'm going to move to Juliet 6. If you see the friendly fob marker, we'll straight rush in there. And we'll park the entire convoy like this, and all infantry squads will move out and clear the town as is required. If we take contact, we know they're there. If we don't take contact, we mount up back into the vehicles and move to the next objective. As we mount up, we move south to the forest. All squads dismount. Squad 1, 2, and 3 will be from south to north. We'll be in a line formation, a platoon line formation. The vehicles will be behind them, covering as is required, staying a good amount back as to not give away our position. Once we take contact, vehicles will move in, and we will rush. We will try and destroy anything to our west. If we don't take contact, we mount back up into the vehicle and go south of factory. And we'll hit them in the friendly fob marker. We'll just rush the vehicles in there. Everyone will dismount, get in the factory area, and we'll fight our way north, trying to clear every building and taking out the radio. That's pretty much the plan. Are there any questions?
Rules of engage.
Let's see. Let your squad leader know first, let the platoon know first, and we will then try and...
Squad in the north is going to be doing. They'll kind of be providing that cover on our eastern side. And if they do attack from there, the other squads will collapse back on the fob or flank around behind the enemies as we see what the situation's like.
No, Rose, what I meant is where the mortar squad is going to be sitting. If they decide to do tech storage from the east, they're going to run into that mortar squad, right?
Possibly.
Okay.
If you will go, man.
For those of us that are in the northeast, are we clear to engage as soon as we see them, or?
Try to call out the contact first. Try to get a good information to the SLs so we can disseminate that to everyone. But if it's like a matter of life or death, feel free to shoot.
I'll let you know, Saturday.
I got one more question.
Shoot.
Discuss the question.
For the mortar team, if we come into our heavy contact and they're like right on top of us and we clearly can't hold, are we free to fall back towards trench or should we hold and wait for some kind of relief?
Yeah, fall back to the trench over time.
Copy.
And I think basically the whole plan is to hold your positions as long as you can, but if you guys start to overrun, I'd rather have you fall back to the trench than all die out there.
Fob's the go. Fob is the east. So defend the fob. What comes down to.
All right.
Let's
go ahead and pick everyone out for. Or go ahead.
Plex,
are we gonna run?
Put a mine at the skull mark intersection.
What was that?
Okay.
Are we gonna run logi runs?
So squatters break him out, get ready for live, and let's wait until Scartes gets here unless he has too much trouble, and then we'll see.
All right, so we got the briefing of both teams there. It's going to be an interesting match. He didn't pick the other site location, which is fairly common in this operation. So we'll see some more good open terrain fighting amongst the Russians and the militia team. If you guys got any questions about squad ops or what we do here, go ahead and put words in the chat. I'll read them, give you some answers if I can. And just go over some of the quick rules for people who are just joining in and never seen this before. This is Squad Ops. We run one life events in the game of Squad. You can see our website at squadops.gg. It's got all kinds of information on there. We run these one life events every Wednesday and twice on Saturdays. And some of the basic rules of the one life event is once you're shot dead down on the ground, you are out. You are done for the round, and you cannot talk, you cannot get revived, you cannot do anything except for lay there and become a body on the ground. Some of the other rules is we have a chain of command. We have a commander for each side. Every squad leader is part of the chain of command, and in every squad we have 2 fire team leads. So if the squad leader goes down, the command comms radio is passed to the first fire team lead, and then it goes to the second fire team lead. If all fire team leads and squad leader are dead, there's no more communication with that squad. So we're running our squad ops operation mod tonight. So some of the changes on that is that if you see no vehicles on the map, that's because there's no vehicles on the map. If you don't see anybody on the map, it doesn't mean that there's nobody there. Only squad leaders, fire team leads, and medics show up on the mini markers on the map. So it makes it a little bit more nerve-wracking for the players in the operation, not knowing if that vehicle coming up to them is friendly or bad. And they can't quickly reference their map as to locations of friendly units around them. So it's a little bit more of a real-life element into these operations. I am joined tonight. Co-commentating with me is Keys. Say hello,
Hi
Keys.
there. Hi, everyone. So I'm here
Hello,
on militia
Denmark.
side. Yeah. Okay, so I think they are setting up. They have placed, I guess, one mine here somewhere. On this MSI, yeah, on the crossroad here.
So I got a question. Alex Walker asks, how are fire team leaders chosen? Well, right now, fire team leads are chosen by the squad lead. He basically gets in the squad. He either assigns the role or asks for volunteers to take the fire team lead. Part of squad ops is we have these courses called SOTT. You take basic to get into these operations. We also offer AWS, which stands for Advanced Weapon Systems, and Vehicle. Beyond that, we have a fire team lead training and a squad leader training. So eventually we'll be having squad leaders and fire team leads that have formal training, and those are the people that will be given those positions. The game mode is squad, but we've modded it, so it's a one life event. So once these guys die, they're out for the rest of the round.
Alright, now I'm gonna get in. Yo, Pony, do you want the
All right, looks like we're going to be going live here real quick. Once again, the operation is Arrowhead. The Russians have to seek out the militia position someplace on this map, and then once they find that position, eliminate all militia activity at that location. We're going to be flipping around. We have some boots on the ground point of views for you. Probably saw one earlier during the militia brief. Yeah, Alex, it's basically a platoon formation, so the commander is like your lieutenant, and the 3 squads are your squad leaders, and then below them are fire team leads.
Instead of in the tree line, we could just do it like
I'm not sure how you fix that. Nah, you're just like that forever, I guess. That's just your life.
Not my problem.
Do you want me to put IED down now, or?
Dorf, you're going to get HMGs and just put like one at either end of the trench, I guess. I'm not exactly sure where we want to put them.
I'll figure it out.
So when you're on mine and Keys' view, we'll be doing kind of overhead shots for you. The guys outlined in blue will be Russian. The guys in red will be militia. Also, typically when we get on the point of view, boots on the ground kind of view, you can take the look at the upper right-hand corner who we're on, and if their flag is up, that's the team they're on.
Alright, Scardas, you hear me? Yeah, all good. Sorry about that, guys. All good.
Militia has this fob. It's pretty open place. The fob fob itself doesn't look like defendable. Like, if you have people on it. So I think here, if the BTRs and MTLBs are up till the end, they would really create a huge problem for militia. Do have some people scouting around. We have some cover here. I think they have planning to use this open field to,
That's right, we're all good to go now. Are we going cross country or are we going down the road? Cross country. Copy that.
All right, about 1 minute and 30 seconds till we go live. Sounds like the Russian plan is to basically check each point in a clockwise fashion. So they'll be checking the first one that you saw in round 1, which is the location which the militia chose. So Russia will be checking that location first and then moving to the second location.
So that's the second location is where they'll come into contact with militia, I think, right?
Yeah. We got a little time. Let's go over the loadouts so you guys know what these guys are working with here. The Russians, they get 2 AR, 1 LAT, 1 GL, and 1 medic per squad. As you can see here, they have 2 BTRs, 1 MTLB, and a trans truck. Militia gets 2 AR, 1 LAT, 1 scout, 1 medic, so they also get 2 MTLBs, an SPG-9 technical, and a Logi truck. Now they're going to build that fob. They get up to 2 mortars and 2 HMGs on that fob, and then all the supplies they can run back and forth. So has wooden walls, sandbags, whatever they want to put down or can afford to put down, they're going to do that. They also get those scouts, so watch out for mines and IEDs, Russians. Yeah, Alex, this is just the admin cam. So in the squad lab events, commentators usually take the admin cam view for you guys so you can see the overhead of what's going on. And then as the players die, they can also go into admin cam. They're just not allowed to talk to their team or the other players to give away positions or anything, stuff like that. But they can watch the match unfold or find out who shot them or take a look at the situation around them to see how they can better their situation next time.
And we are live. So I think the MTLB here is kind of manning the last point with her squad here. Okay, so they're splitting up. Like, They have one squad at point 3, which I believe is not in action. Yeah, storage side that is. I'm assuming they're going to do the same with point 1, 2, and they'll know where Russia is coming from.
What is it? Same.
So 2K construction.
Yeah,
right?
you got your sandbag. So
Alright, DJ, look on map. Do not drive on this road anymore. Or when you're ready, you can start down the mine. God damn it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm just in a good spot. They're gonna come through here. I'm trying to find some stuff, so I don't want them to come through here south.
Got that, Nacho. Alright, go ahead, too.
Sorry, I have a buddy team consisting of an
If a logi runs from mine, it's the right?
to our south.
Yes.
Copy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
gonna do it. Yeah.
I put you guys in the farmhouse area. I'll stay here with the
Yeah,
mortars.
perfect.
Made a little escape area. I wish we had Heskas up. Plug these camps.
Yeah, put when you get supplies next dash, put some sand.
All right, you guys are getting the views of the militia on the ground there.
Between here and the trench, just so that these guys as they back will have a spot.
And it looks like Russia has decided to check the first point.
I think militia has no one at the first. They are just checking the third. And at second. Here comes their first logi drop back. So it's going to give them more points to build. And depending on how much Russia takes, like how much time Russia takes, they'll get to build more. So if Russia isn't fast, they have a disadvantage.
Oh, they've picked a spot where they need it to. There's not a lot of cover there.
Okay, we have. I'm not sure. Was that a misfire or did he think he saw something?
Well, whatever it did, it made Russia a little jumpy. They're calling it all out here in the different squad leads.
Yeah, I think he told us. Someone said that it might be a distraction, which seems like his plan. Which I think would be a good plan, but having them fire at nothing kind of gives it away. So if they could, let's say, move up the MTLB, find the Russians, and do something. I'm not sure. I think that won't be possible from this distance here. Yeah, it's a good try. Yeah, if it works, it's gonna help them build more.
Well, Russia is mounting back up. They're going to get mobile again and go check the second point.
And there's movement northeast, so that those guys have
So
a spot to fall back to.
no change in plan on the Russian side. Let's see what the militia's doing over here.
Copy. Yeah, up here, Dorf.
Yeah, come up here and build on me.
Yeah, put down a thing, but just like
Militia has got some motors up. They have HMGs. Yeah. Sandbags and HMGs. And we believe they're moving up outside of their trench. Building. This is the quiet time, the time I personally prefer. It's like building and there's nothing going on. Safe.
So we're dismounting the entire platoon at the Juliet Kilo 8 line. Juliet Kilo 8. How copy, Scar?
There comes another drop for Russia. Sorry, Malaysia. And I think this will be the last one before contact. I'm not sure. I think Russia isn't that far. This would probably be either the next one would be the last.
I know.
So Russia is coming from there. That's east, and this is the only like fire team I think with the squad leader here or scout.
Yeah, Russia's fully dismantled the full platoon. They're in the forest now. They're moving up towards
Yeah.
area we call Coyote Ridge. They're holding the
Seem
vehicles
pretty
back.
far for me, like from the admin camp. They hopefully this fire team like sees them before they come in too close. But looking at these trees, I have my doubts. There's one time he might be able to. That's a lot. Okay.
It's okay, we're not walking all the way to industrial. Okay, I can hear the MTLB firing again.
I hear Pony calling MTLB, but I think that was the logic. Oh,
It is the most baitiest bait ever, unless it's their MTLB again mistakenly friendly firing something.
Yeah, he's done that before, Rose. I know that for sure. So that's nothing to worry about.
Could be cheeky breaky fob right up in the stone pits and H8.
yeah.
These farmhouses.
Pony is calling it out. He has right H8 in bed.
Yeah, if they're entirely cheeky, then they'll put the fob in one position and then just defend the entire wrong position.
True.
If you have to move a little further north or south, go ahead.
Yeah, no, there's nothing really too stellar around here.
Hey Dash, you guys know in the northeast, there's a fallback position between them and the trench. That's been set up.
Russia keeps moving up. They're moving at a pretty good pace. Militia's holding still. The Russians are calling out all that gunfire, saying that it's a distraction. They're just going to keep on mission here. They're not going to change anything from their original plan.
Yeah.
Russian vehicles are starting to come up. There's probably an audio range of the militia now.
It's
No, I
between you and the
don't
phone.
hear them from my point of view. So
Commands work.
I'm gonna go scout it out.
Probably gonna have some contact happening here in the next 30 seconds.
yeah. Lad, he's going to see them now. He has to see them. Oh, that's Lad on the face. Lad's back.
Yeah, contacts compound to my direct web.
Yeah, we can even send the vehicles in front of the infantry here to push through.
Oh, he hit it. That's one hit on. That's the BTR.
We're in light contact currently, no more than a fire team outlet, about 50 meters to our north.
Buoy is less than 6 effect.
Mortars, 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 mortars.
Yeah, that's a lot of mortars. Keep on pushing if you can. Keep pushing west.
Bree's gonna take this compound near us.
That's just the best he could do there, honestly. And the lodge is down.
All right. Militia's got the mortars popping off, and the Russians are moving. I think they're moving a little bit quicker than the mortars are sighting them in, so that's good.
That's the fire team here is also dead.
Looks like the militia is dropping smoke on the enemy vehicle here. Oh, that's the militia MTLBs snuck up behind the Russian lines, it looks like. Oh, massive IED. Looks like I got a couple of the Russians over here in this compound.
Here goes the mortars.
All right, militia smoked that compound again. There's a lot of confusion on the Russian side about the vehicles right now because the militia have taken their MTLBs around the Russian lines and are now attacking the Russians with them, and the Russians are really confused as to where their vehicles are.
Yeah, that's one real big issue in this. Not issue, but a challenge for people playing is they can't see the VIX, and if you can't see the VIX, you have to call them out every at least every minute or two. Know where they are.
Lee, keep an eye north. There's guys.
The MTLB will be friendly.
Oh, that one right over there is friendly?
The MTLB is friendly.
Okay.
Friendly MTLB to the east.
I was fucking waiting.
All right, one MTLB is left for the militia, and that's currently engaging the compound the Russians are in. The Russians are peeling out of there real quick, and they run right into the militia Dishka. They are pinned on this road now.
It goes a lot.
Fucking whole far just crossed that smoke right there, 26.
Yeah, 3 push east.
Oh, and the MTLB takes down the BTR. I am just gonna assume there's gonna be a lat coming on this one. But US has confirmed the location of the fob. They now know where the fob is. They can plan accordingly. And that's lat. The MTLB is just like trying to get out of here now. You can see it in like vehicles usually. Whenever they get hit, they just panic a lot. You see the gun firing randomly just somewhere, hoping to get some, cover and just get out of there before they are popped.
Yeah, Russia's managed to flank a squad around the militia mortar pit now. That's Digit Squad. He's maneuvering around. Militia are using a lot of smoke in this as far as the mortars go. I haven't seen that before. All right, they're going to walk right up on this pit.
Second lat shot from the guy missed, and now he would be out of lats for Vic. Down now.
Russians are hammering away at the mortar pit of the militia.
I think all over here, Pony is the only one that's left alive.
Oh, the Russian BTR took out that militia MTLB. It's a good exchange. If this BTR keeps holding his position, they're going to be able to watch the militia cross this field here.
So Russia has taken down their mortars now.
Copy that. We're taking contact from this farmhouse. We're gonna try and clear it out, then push to you.
Roger. Sounds good.
Those BTRs doing real good work here, locking down this field.
Yeah, the BTR took down the HMC gunner to the west, to the east. the eastward corner.
BTR's not even looking at us.
Yep, just keep your head down. Squad 3, Squad 4, you have any lat?
I have one. He has a frag round left. He's about to
That's the best pony in the distance there crawling up.
Yeah, I have him on me. And he's surrounded by militia.
Came from like 30 degrees north in the ditch.
That would be, I think, the BTR trying to fight him, or someone near the BTR trying to cover pony.
I'm gonna get stamina. Actually, so I'm just gonna sprint the last 10 meters. Wish me luck.
Pony's in the house.
Alright, I made it inside.
Yeah, that was a smoke. And on the north, so Pony has made it to his friendlies with Digit. And the FOB area is actually now clear. Just one guy left.
Keep cover on the fob. Keep them covered off the fob. Who's still up around me?
Now that Russia knows the exact location of the FOB, I'm not sure whether they're going to try and dig it up or not. Yeah. So here comes it. See? And he's dead. Poor cell. He was tough. Oh, he was last guy. Gee.
All right, guys, there you go. Operation Arrowhead, round 2. That was a good Russian sweep up assault on the militia position. Even though the militia looked like they were going to have the upper hand there with the vehicles sweeping on the outside and taking out the Russian vehicles. Good flanks. Good flanks by the Russians proved to work in their advantage there. So that was round 2 of first session. The second session will be later tonight in about 3 hours. So if you like watching these, come back in 3 hours. We'll be doing another round of Arrowhead. Different commanders, maybe some different squad leaders, and different participants. If you're interested in Squad Ops, check us out at squadops.gg. And on the website, there's a calendar of events coming up. To participate in events, look for the SOTT Basic on the calendar and sign up for that. And if you have any questions about Squad Ops or got any feedback for us, join us in the Discord. There's a lot of helpful people in there and a rather large community for you to enjoy and be a part of. So come by and check us out. As always, thanks for watching, viewing us, and we'll be back in a few hours. So thanks for watching.